You're very active on social media, which is great because you're witty and fun to read. And you take a lot of heat off of other people.
Yeah, well. It worked out pretty well, yeah.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that.
Nerdrotic.com.
Fandom medicine never went away. It's a hashtag people like to use. A loose group of individuals united in the principle of respecting the fan, respecting lore, but it seems to be a little sexy again all of a sudden. It seems like there's a little reawakening because a certain YouTuber was attacked by Pablo Hidalgo. Pablo Hidalgo hates Star Wars fans. He is indicative of creatives everywhere. I have no reason to come back to Disney Star Wars. There's none. Gina Carano is great. There needs to be like 20 more Gina Caranos and no Pablo Hidalgos for me to come back. But it's good to see. It's good to have awareness out there, and maybe that's what it took, and that's fine. No matter how you get there, and that's a good thing. But it's nothing new. If you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, I'm just kind of went into it. There is a YouTuber named Star Wars Theory, and he cried at the return of Luke Skywalker. If people genuinely had a emotional moment during that scene, you just got to let them. It's 2020. It's a crappy year. If people are happy for just a moment, leave them F alone. Just leave them alone. Going directly after a fan, a big one. And yes, I know there's a lot of people going, listen, we've been going through this for 3 years. Where were these voices then? Valid criticism. As a matter of fact, that's the very first thing that crossed my mind. Why is he calling me on the phone when I'm on a live stream? Hey, I'm live. Oh shit. Okay. Hang on. I was rolling, brother. With Star Wars Theory, he has a connection to Luke. I guess he had the cancer when he was a kid, which fucking must have been horrible. And he went through chemo, and watching my dad go through chemo, I can't imagine being a kid going through chemo. That must have been scary as hell. He escaped. I mean, this is what you do. I'll get into my very dark reasons someday why I attach myself to some of this stuff to just escape the world. But that's how you connect to this stuff. So people from Lucasfilm clowning, I mean, not surprised at all, but that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
When you have been doing this for as long as I have or you have, you get really thick skin when it comes to people in Hollywood. And you just understand that they do hate you. Yeah. They hate your guts. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how hard you try to be friends with these people. The moment that you don't line up with their narrative, they will trash you, they will eat you alive, and they will go after you because they don't care. People in Hollywood hate your guts. This is a problem we are seeing across the board. NFL hates NFL fans. Professional comic artists hate comic book fans. Video game developers hate video game fans. They hate you. So if you're trying to be friendly with them, it will only end up bad for you the moment that you don't line up with their narrative. It's disgusting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the drinker is here. What's up, drinker?
What's up, gentlemen? How's it going?
How's it going, brother?
Merry Christmas to all of you.
I don't want this guy fired. Well, I mean, I think it would be better if he wasn't there. Let's just come out and say it.
I want Pablo Hidalgo fired.
Yeah.
I will go on record. Fuck Pablo Hidalgo. I want him fired. He's done this shit for a long fucking time. He's a piece of shit. He put out a fucking enemies list, a tweet with my name and Ivan's name and Anna and Jesse. Who else was
Odin.
On there? He put Geeks and Gamers. Odin was on there. That is the type of mentality. He put out an enemies list of people that were critical of The Last Jedi. Fuck Pablo Hidalgo and Kathleen Kennedy. I saw people go, oh, you're supporting cancel culture. Shut the fuck up. Nobody's supporting cancel culture. Cancel culture is about someone made a tweet that I disagree with and they need to be fired. This is someone who has spent years attacking fans and ruining a fucking franchise with 40 years of fandom. This is not cancel culture. People get fired for not doing a good job every fucking day. Kathleen Kennedy needs to be fired. That has nothing to do with cancel culture. Pablo Hidalgo has literally attacked fans for several years. That is not cancel culture. That is an employee that needs to be fired for attacking his customer. Huge difference.
I think if this had been any other company, he probably wouldn't be publicly fired, but he'd be just managed out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would find a reason to just slowly get rid of him, and rightly so, because I think you've made this point yourself, Jeremy. You know, when you are on social media as a high-profile guy like that, you are kind of an ambassador for your company. Even if you're doing it from a private account, if you're talking about things like Star Wars, well, that's your company's business. And so how you conduct yourself with the fans and how you react to that, that reflects on your company. And if you're a complete asshole and you attack the fans publicly, well, you can't get away with that sort of thing.
I mean,
Unless you're at Lucasfilm.
Gary, you said it best, actually. I can't remember which video you did it in, but you said that people will never get tired of classic heroes. And Luke Skywalker is a classic hero. You know, the farm boy that goes through all his trials and tribulations, that you know, gets knocked down and picks himself up and eventually becomes this wise, powerful Jedi. You know, that is the classic hero's journey, and that is the kind of thing that people want to see. And the fact that you know, you get him on screen for 2 or 3 minutes in a slightly fake-looking bit of CGI, that was enough to get such an emotional response from people that they were crying. You know, versus all of the hours upon hours of garbage that they put out in the sequel trilogy. Didn't generate anything like that. Didn't generate any kind of interest from people. But this, they're seeing their hero on screen again, finally, like in his proper form, like as they remembered him. Yeah, that is what they wanted, and that just shows you, you know, how potent Luke still is as a character. And it's not that hard to please people when it comes to stuff like that. You just have to take these heroes that they remember and treat them with respect and dignity and reverence, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.